So dear students, today we will discuss about the ending of the story, and we will go for the next paragraph. We will come to know also the condition and how he is doing there at the house of the Iron Master, how is he feeling there, and what are the incidents happening right now. So we will discuss this story right now. Here we go for the next paragraph. After that Christmas Eve at Ramsey passed just as it always had. The stranger did not cause any trouble because he did nothing but sleep. He did not find out any problems there at the house of the Ramsey Iron Master because he was not doing any activity there except of sleeping. He was always sleeping there, and I was also feeling that I'm a tired person having a great chance to sleep properly, and so we can say he was happy. The whole forenoon he lay on the sofa in one of the guest rooms and slept at one range. And he was just not doing, or he was only laying on the sofa. He was wandering in the room here and there, and suppose he woke up, so going to be slept again. At noon they woke him up so that he could have his share of the good Christmas fare. But after that he slept again. He was sleeping and sleeping again and again because a person who is wandering on the streets here and there, a person who is selling Rattraps door to door, if he is getting a chance to stay at the house without any work, definitely he will be enjoying and definitely he will be having great fun. So he was not doing any activity except of the sleeping there. It seems that tough for the many years he had not been able to sleep as quietly, safely as her here at Ramsey. And he has also discussed, he has also explained this thing, that it was the first time in his life when he was having a great time to sleep properly, because sleeping properly, sleeping safely, and also sleeping without any tension, without any work, because before this thing, before this moment, he had always trouble in the world, because according to him, we all know that very well, this world is nothing but a big rat trap, and the person who was having a fun there, he was enjoying his life that time after Christmas Eve, and was also having great fun. So he was just getting a tight sleep for himself in the evening. And he has also remarked this thing, except of the house of the Ramsey, he did not ever meet with this moment in his life. In the evening, when the Christmas tree was lighted, they woke him up again, and he stood for a while in the drawing room when they were going to celebrate the Christmas Eve. And in the evening session, they called him, please join us and come to the Christmas party and be ready for that. And he woke up like a owner of the house, and he was just enjoying his moment all the time. And he stood for a while in the drawing room, blinking as sort of the candlelight over here. But after that, he disappeared again. 2 hours later, he was arose once more. He then had to go down into the dining room and eat the Christmas fish and the porridge. And he was not paying even also his full attention to the Christmas party, because a person who have come from the street side doesn't know the value of these parties, these celebrations. Even he was interested to go there, but because of this thing, he was feeling also guilty, because he has already mistaken with a person. He has deceived to someone in his life. That's why he was not feeling so good. But after all, he went to this party, and he had also joined the phenomena of that time. As soon as they got up from the table, went around each of the present and said thank you and good night. After having the dinner that time, after the evening of the Christmas party, they said good night to each and everyone, and he was ready to sleep again. To each and everyone, yes, good night. But when he came to the young girl, she gave him to understand that it was her father's intention that the suit which he wore was to be a Christmas present. And she wanted to say, she wanted to mention this thing to that person, that the suit, whatever you have wore, this is not mean that we have given you because you are not having clothes so fancy to come this party, to join this party. This is not the mean of that. The meant of this thing was my father wanted to give you a present, and it is a symbol of the present of his side, and you are having this thing, and this is the present of my father. He did not have to return it, and if he wanted to spend next Christmas Eve in a place where he could rest in peace and be sure that no evil would be befall him, and if he really wanted to stay here once again for the next upcoming Christmas party, he can stay here. There will be no any troubling for him. He will be not finding any problems there. So the daughter of the Iron Master, she was also going to welcome to that person. The man with the red traps did not answer anything to this. He only stared at the young girl in boundless amazement. But the red trap sailor, he was totally confused. He did not know what to say, what not to say, to be or not to be. He was totally confused and was looking. He was staring to that daughter. That he was surprised, but he was surprised that what she is saying right now, because of the behavior of that girl before that was not so much like that, and she wanted to tell him please go away after the party, but she has already changed. She has already changed, and this is because of that, because he has given a wonderful philosophy, and he has given a wonderful lecture before the Christmas Eve, day before yesterday. So the daughter of that person, she also welcomed him. The man with the red trap did not answer anything to this person. Yet the next morning, the Iron Master and his daughter got up into good session to go to the early Christmas service. The guest was still asleep and they did not disturb him. And the daughter and the owner of that house, they went for their own work, and they did not disturb to this person who had come to this place. He was right now sleeping, and they wanted to make him very comfort at that house. They did not want to pay any attention that you should make us free also. He was sleeping and they were doing their own activity. When at about 10 o'clock they drove back from the church, the young girl sat and hung her head even more dejectedly than usual. At church she had learned that one of the old crafters of the iron works had been robbed, a man who went around selling red traps, right? And she came to know also this thing at the church. She came to know that a person has stolen 30 kroners, some money, and he was a red trap seller. So she knew that this is the person, and she was going to pay her attention to that person, because she knew that he was poor, he was not having so many things in his life. That's why he went for those things. Yes, that was a fine fellow you let into the house, said her father. I only wonder how many silver spoons are left in the cupboard by this time. And father was also confused. If he's a thief, so we cannot judge how many spoons are still we have in our house. Perhaps he went away, perhaps he gone, and nothing, we cannot judge anything. They were totally confused. The wagon had hardly stopped at the front steps, and the Iron Master asked the valet whether stranger was still there. He added that he had heard at church that the man was a thief. The valet answered that the fellow had gone and that he had not taken anything with him at all. And the person who have met them on the road, he said, the red trap seller, or the person who was living at your house, he went away and he did not bring with himself. And you will be quite happy, you will be quite surprised. Why did he like so? Even he was a thief. So they wanted to know now. The young girl opened the package when they came back, which was so badly down, and that of the countess came into the view of the ones. She gave a little cry of joy. She found a small rat trap, and it lay 3 wrinkles and the kroners and notes. But that was not all. In the rat trap lay also a letter written in the large characters. And when she came back to her house, she was totally surprised that she saw there the rat trap seller. He was not there. He went away, and she has opened a box there, and in that box there was a small rat trap and a letter and 30 kroners of that person which has been stolen by him. Honored and noble miss, since you have been so nice to me all day long, I show my gratitude. I'm glad to say this thing, that you have shown always the bliss for me. You have always shown the happiness for me. You were always good for me. I'm very, very grateful to you, and I show my gratitude. As if I was a captain, I want to be nice to you in return, as if I was a real captain. If suppose if I could be a real captain, I would like to come back to you again. But for I don't want you to be embarrassed at this Christmas session by a thief. But I don't want to make you be embarrassed when you will come to know that I'm a thief and was not a captain. So I'm not able to see in your eyes properly. That's why I'm going to escape from your house. But you can give back the money to the old man on the roadside who was the money pouch hanging on the window frame as bait for the poor wanderers. But please return these 30 kronas to that old person, that old man who was living on the roadside. And the Rattrap is a Christmas present from a rat who would have been caught in this world rat trap. And this rat trap is a present of the Christmas, and this is a symbol of the whole world, which is also known as the rat trap according to this person. So it was a small gift for that girl, the rat trap. This word rat trap, if he had not been raised to captain, because in that way he got power to clear himself. Written with friendship and high regard, captain wants sail. And yes, students, it was the ending of the story. The person who had come to that place, the Rattrap seller, he went away. He was not staying here, and he has not stolen a single thing from there. He has not stolen a spoon also. What is the moral of this story? What is the story is going to tell us? The story is going to tell us, if we are behaving with the people manually, if we are behaving with the people in a very good way, definitely they will change their attitude, definitely they will change their own way, definitely they will be good for you. But if we are behaving badly with all the people in the world, then they will be troubling and they will go for the bad activities like this person did. He has stolen the 30 kroner from that old man house because he was traveling in this world. He was not having so many things. The people of the world was so cruel for him. That's why he stole. But when after that thing, he came to the house of the Iron Master and met with the daughter of that person. They were behaving very good with him. So that attitude, that behavior, it has already changed the behavior and the attitude of that person, that rat trap seller. So dear students, I tell you also, please behave very good with all the peoples, because your behavior is your real identity. And your behavior can change all the people. Your good things can change all the people. So this is the responsibility of ours. It is the moral of the story also, to learn something. This is the learning lesson to you all, even for me also, even for all the people. This whole world is a big rat trap. And in this big rat trap, you have to behave very good to all the people in the world. You're not supposed to behave badly with them, because your bad attitude will definitely give them a curse. It will definitely give them a bad experience of the life. So be always happy, be always good, and always behave with other people very good. And this world is a big rat trap, and you are also living there. If you will behave with the people very good, definitely you will be having a great experience in your life. Definitely they will give you the wonderful things in your life. And if you are not good with them, they will not also be good with you. Okay. And I want you to be very attentive for the online classes to all the students, and also requesting for the students that go for the making notes, and always write the summary, the chapter, whatever we will be discussing in the online class, and also go for the exercise, also go for all the question and answers. And I will also provide you some notes in the WhatsApp. Okay. So be ready for the next upcoming chapter. We will discuss there, we will learn, and we will try to save our society. So take care, stay healthy, and God bless you all. Take care. Bye bye.